Hey everybody, welcome back to Jimmy's Promo, and today we will be doing a high overview and look over at the Sandbox, and I'm going to give you just a few reasons on why I think this is going to be pretty huge and massive. I mean, I'm pretty bullish on Sandbox. There's a few other ones out there like Decentraland. You also have Illuvium and so many other metaverses that will be a part of what's going on with Web 3.0. But I think that this one's a pretty big deal just because there's a lot of really big and good partners with this one already. You know, just by naming a few names here, you got Snoop Dogg, The Walking Dead, the Smurfs, Atari. You also have like Rollercoaster Tycoon World and so many other things. You also have Deadmau5 here. So, I mean, there's a lot of backing behind this, and I think that this thing is just going to explode, especially with the simple fact that you're able to, buy and create not only games, but NFTs, avatars. You can run around. You can connect to different locations. So if you want to check out what Snoop Dogg is doing at his concert, you're able to just kind of connect and push right up over there, unless if you want to run through the map. But we're also going to take a look not only just at how you can purchase property, we're going to take a look at some of the key features. We're going to take a look at where sand is sitting right now, and you can see here it did a little bit of a retracement just a couple days ago, so it went into my retracement box. It has a little bit of room where it can still come down if it wants to, if you're looking for a little bit cheaper. If not, it can just simply go on up if it wants to. And then we'll take a look over at token metrics just to see where the Sandbox is sitting at. Right now, its market cap is ranked 80. It's 2.3 billion for a market cap. And we're going to see just where it could go, even with its current dominance staying at 0.07%. You know, where could it be at a $5 trillion market cap? Where could it be at a $10 trillion market cap? So you can see this thing is moving on up, as the market caps get bigger for the entire cryptocurrency world. And if you are curious with token metrics, I will be placing a link below the video inside the description. If you'd like to sign up and get a plan with token metrics, you can see that I have the premium plan right up over here. So this way I can have everything, all the details, and it gives you a lot of things that most websites does not give you. Some of this like actual price versus predicted price. You also have that scenario analysis in the bottom. You have all the fundamentals, the technology behind it, the technical analysis, the performance metrics, the summary of the Sandbox, and all the markets of where you can purchase it. So in today's video, basically the high overview, but I also want to show you how you can purchase land. I already have a screen record of me purchasing a land this morning, and then I'm turning around and I put it up for sale right after that. So here is the Sandbox. This is the website. You have your home. You also have market over here on the left side. You can create, so you can create some of your land. You can create some games, things like that. You can also take a look at map. And so we'll be taking a look at the map so I can show you where you can purchase land. Now, over here, you can discover the Sandbox. It's a virtual metaverse where players can play, build, and own and monetize their virtual experiences. You can create your own land, so you can make it look cool like this. So as people are running through the metaverse here, they'd be able to interact and take a look at your space. Now, down over here, I clicked on the press. And the reason why is because these are the key features. So you can create and play. So the Sandbox offers a suite of tools tailor-made for empowering artists, creators, and users to come together and design engaging experiences. Now, right up over here, this is where it gets pretty interesting. This is where I'm super bullish when it comes down over into the Sandbox, because there's only 166,464 pieces of land that you're able to purchase. Now, if you think about it, this is just like a normal, regular, medium-sized, big-sized city. There's really not many, spots that you're able to own, and that is why I think that a lot of these are going to be worth a lot more in the future. If you took a look at some of the prices from about a month ago, 2 months ago, they've already two-folded or three-folded, so this is going to be moving up pretty quick. So there's a lot of details, a lot of cool things you can take a look at. As you scroll on down underneath this press page, you can also see a bunch of videos. So you can actually watch some videos of people playing in the Sandbox, Island in the Sky. It'll teach you how to do models and animate and play. There's virtual concerts that'll be put on. So when you see Deadmau5, you see Snoop Dogg, there's going to be specific concerts putting there. So if anybody plays, like, let's say Fortnite, if you're a part of Fortnite and you go to their concert, you're able to watch it. It's kind of like that. I think it's actually pretty cool. Now, what we're going to do is I just want to go over inside of the map. Now, the map, this is actually how I located my locations of what I wanted to purchase, because I was trying to find something, you know, that was more central. I wasn't trying to go for anything way out in these corners over here, because that means that if you are, you know, about to run around the map, that means you have to go through all of this stuff, unless if you teleport or you connect directly over into someone. But this is kind of what I did, was going through the map and I'm finding these white locations. And the white locations are the ones that are available, that are on sale right now on OpenSea's or at OpenSea.io. Now, here's a couple of them that I own. So this red spot here and this red spot over here. Now, what's actually pretty fun about this is that I attached my little @ symbols here, and I attached my website. So basically, if you click this, it's going to take you over into either my Twitter or YouTube. And then same thing over here. This will take you over into either my Twitter or YouTube. And then I also attached a video. So it's pretty fun. So for content creators like me, I could actually, because this is an NFT technically, I can attach whatever I want with it. And so I believe it'd be pretty fun if we're running through the game or going through the sandbox, and when you go to my spot, I have a YouTube video that will be playing. And if not, when you're looking at on a computer, you just click over here and you're able to watch a video that I, again, have attached. So these are actually pretty cool. So this is my very first land that I purchased. This one's actually the second land I purchased. And after that, I learned a few tips and tricks and looking for everything central. So this one I just titled as Get Off My Lawn, Land Property number 2. Now, if you want to go through and purchase some land, this is where you want to go through and click on this little arrow, and it's going to take you to OpenSea. So I'm going to close out of these ones here. Now, with OpenSea, this is where you can search for so many things. You can look for things that are buy now. So technically, my main results here is the sandbox, land, and buy now. You can also sort it, because right here you can see a bunch of these prices, you know, range between 12.5 Ethereum, 888 Ethereum, 77 Ethereum, 47, 70, 200 Ethereum, 6.9, 18.1, 75. Here's one for 3 Ethereum. So you can see that there's a bunch, and if you go through, sort through, you can see recently listed, price low to high, things like that. But what's really going to matter is these numbers inside of here. It's depending on how central you are to the map. Unless if you want to be super far away, then you're going to be looking at a number that could be like 138, negative 108. So it could be, you know, way up to the high, you know, way up high, all the way over into the left. And I don't know exactly how far the numbers go. I see a 181, 181. So this one could be a corner over here. So you can see that this one's next to Binance. So this orange dot is negative 181, negative 181, which tells me it's going to be on the very bottom left-hand side. Now, one thing that you are able to do that's pretty fun is after you purchase your pieces of land and you head inside of your profile, what you're able to do is take a look at your pieces. Now, with any of these, you can actually notice that I have some names with it. So I have JIP first. So this was my first piece of land that I've purchased and moved over. Then right here, I have another just called Jimmy as promo. So what you can do is with your piece of land, it would normally have the coordinates of where it's located. But when you click on it, this is where you can go to the very top right-hand side, click those 3 dots, and you can go to edit. Now inside of here, this is where I put my land name, Jimmy as promo. My land description is Get Off My Lawn, Land Property number 2. And I put a URL of my Twitter handle, and then also a video URL. And what's pretty fun about that is that now if anybody was to head over into that location, if they were to click on it, you can see that it's moving on up. This is actually where that piece of land is right there, that red dot. So here it is, Jimmy is promo. This is the owner. Here is my little description. You can visit my site right here, which is, this is just really going to take you over into my Twitter account. And then right here is going to be my YouTube video. So you can actually click this and watch it. Now, here's the thing that I was mentioning from before, where I have an account on Sandbox and on OpenSea. So this is kind of where I originally messed up. Most people, when they go to Sandbox and they create an account, they attach it with their MetaMask wallet right away. I thought that I was just logging in with my account and I would attach the MetaMask later, and that really wasn't the case. When I created my Sandbox account, it was with my Gmail account, and then when I went over into OpenSea, this is the one that was actually attached with my MetaMask wallet. So if that makes sense, I technically have 2 wallets, one here at OpenSea where I have 3 plots of land, and then my main Sandbox account here where I have 1, and then 2. So I've got both of them pretty close together, a little central, but kind of towards the top. So this way I can just run into the middle of the island if I wanted to. Then other than that, I can come down to some of these other locations where I have some that are purchased. So I do have 2 here in the sandbox. I don't really know exactly how you're able to sell them, but on the OpenSea account, I'm leaving them just because in this way people are pushing in offers with some wrapped Ethereum. If, I did want to sell it in the future, then I was able to by leaving them here, as OpenSea is kind of acting as the realtor service, and it's just sitting right there. Now, let's say that I wanted to move this one over into my main Sandbox account. This is where it'll get confusing. And this is where, again, I have an account in both. If I only had one account in Sandbox, I wouldn't be able to do this, but here it is on OpenSea. I could actually transfer this piece of land right here by hitting this button. And when I transfer this piece of land, all I would have to do is put in my wallet of my Sandbox, which is right here. And then once I actually send it and transfer it, then it would actually show up into my Sandbox account. So if I click on my profile here, what'll happen is then I would actually see 3 pieces of land because I transferred it. So that's actually how these 2 showed up. All of these were on OpenSea at first. I moved 2 over so I could fully own 2 pieces, and it would show up on the Sandbox account. But for right now, I'm going to leave these here just in case if I get some good offers, then I'd be able to sell them in the future for some pretty good high gains. So I wanted to show that, how I do have 2 accounts. And also, when you do own an account here on the Sandbox, when you go to your profile, you'd actually be able to go through, click these 3 dots. You can edit it and you can put in your name and URL, description, things like that, and kind of self-promote yourself, as this is technically here an NFT. So to kind of sum this up, here it is, OpenSea. This is where you can go through and you can buy now. Or if you're looking on the map, all you have to do is click on a white location and it shows it right over here on how much it is to purchase. So again, let's say that we click on this one here. If we wanted to buy this one, then we would just go there. And you can also do some bids, things like that. There's also auctions. So if you're putting in some bids and all that, when you're putting in a bid, it's going to take some gas fees. So you might as well just buy now rather than putting in offers, because every single time you put in an offer, you're just going to be burning gas and things like that, and it's costing you. Now, one thing that I want to mention is that when you go to the Sandbox for the very first time, you can log in with an email or you can log in with your MetaMask. Now, I highly suggest logging in with your MetaMask. The first time I went to the Sandbox, I logged in with a Gmail. So when I logged in with a Gmail, it created a MetaMask for me. It created basically its own wallet for me. Now, I already have a MetaMask, and it's located right up over here. So if you go into my wallet, you can log into MetaMask, and it's also as a extension. So right here, if you search for on Google MetaMask extension or just MetaMask, you download the extension, you add it up on over into your Google Chrome or whichever internet you use, you log in, and then that is going to be the wallet that you use to purchase all of your land and NFTs and things like that. So I'm going to log in real quick just to show you kind of what it looks like. You have a map. If you want to find some to buy, you click this button, which will take you over into OpenSea. And once you're inside of OpenSea, then this is where you'd be able to find all the land. So I'm just going to close out real quick, open it right back up, because I want it to give me these results here for the Sandbox land buy now. And then you can go to sort by, and you go from low to high. So you can see the lowest ones here is going to be some of these little NFTs, these little cool trinkets that you're able to add, or be some of these avatars, or I don't know if they're an avatar or if they're just an asset that'll be standing on your space. Again, a lot of this stuff I will be able to learn pretty soon. Here's a pool table that actually looks pretty cool, or a billiards table. It's costing 0.13 ETH, but it also looks like you'll get this guy as well. You also get this bat. And yeah, so it's a whole bundle. So you actually get 3 things right here. And if you want to buy the bundle, you actually click buy. And then with this one, it will be attaching over into your MetaMask wallet, and then you go to purchase. Now, the only thing is that I noticed that this top button here says that there's an item that has not been reviewed or approved by OpenSea. So when I see things like that, I don't purchase. I want to have the option where it says only right here. By clicking this box, you agree to OpenSea's. So there must be something in here that was not approved. But let's say that we go on the very top, because I want to show you what I'm talking about here. So for recently listed, we're going to take a look at this land. So here is a piece of land for 2.5. You go to buy now, And you just have this one option. By clicking this box, you agree to pay this amount for this piece of land. This one's negative 54, negative 120. So that's going to be lower and also again to the left. And then you just go through and you confirm your checkout. But because I don't have enough funds, I just have to add the funds. And then that is where you just basically take this wallet, your MetaMask wallet, you copy that address, you head over to wherever you have your Ethereum, and then you just send it to this MetaMask wallet. Now, once it's in your MetaMask wallet, then this way you'd be able to go through and purchase. So I'm going to do that right now because I have an example of where I purchased it actually this morning for that piece of land. And we're going to take a look at that right now. So this is my process of looking for land. I like to go to the actual locations, look for congested locations, look for the area of what interests me by clicking around and taking a look at these white squares that are open for sale on OpenSeas. Now, there's some of these here that's sitting at like 10 Ethereum, 15 Ethereum, 12 Ethereum, 8 Ethereum. I found this one here for 2 Ethereum, which got me super excited. Now, inside of here, you want to look at the very top where it says the Sandbox with a blue check mark. That's so then you know for a fact that it's certified for sale. On the bottom, I took a look and I noticed that it was only minted, no other events, no other owners. Again, got me super pumped and excited. I wasn't going to be here to make an offer. Don't want to waste gas. I'd rather just buy it now. And then right here in the screen, it's going to show you how much it is. You click the checkbox, you hit on confirm checkout. Then it's going to pull up your MetaMask wallet, as long as you're all logged in and everything else. And then you just want to make sure you confirm the estimated gas fee, the entire total, and you hit on confirm. Now for this portion of the video, I do want to just keep this rolling in real time so you can see exactly how long it takes for this to get done. Now I did this in the morning for Sandbox and for OpenSea. It seems like to be less congestion in the morning. And so if you were to do this in the afternoon, it might take a full minute for it to actually go through, maybe 45 seconds. For this one here, it looks as if it's probably going to maybe take about 20 seconds if I remember right. And then once it actually states that it has been done, it's been confirmed, it's been purchased. So you can see here that it has now been complete. You can go through and you can hit the X, but I wanted to make sure that I can view my name as the owner. As of right now, it still shows that like C7A looking number. When I hit on refresh, it now states that it's owned by you. And it's just one of those things that makes you super happy and it makes me proud. When I go back into my OpenSea's account over here, the main profile, you can see that I now have 3 pieces of land here, and I actually have 2 sitting on Sandbox since I technically have 2 accounts. But this is a very sought after location. It's highly congested, a lot of images, a lot of big spots, a lot of 2x2s and 3x3s, 4x4s. You got Snoop Dogg, Atari, all these images. And when you compare it to a few other locations, it's just green and just properties. So this one's going to be doing me pretty well in the future. I got it for 2 Ethereum. I bet you anything in the future, it would be able to bring in some pretty massive gains if I wanted to sell this plot of land. So some of the other things that's listed right up over here is create. So underneath create, this is where you can go into the game maker. So you can actually download this toolbox here. So you can download the game maker. You start playing some games. I haven't gotten into this one just yet, but you can actually place these on your spot. And then this is basically another way that you can earn off of your location that you have purchased. And then you also have a market. So inside of the market, this is where you'd be able to take a look at a bunch of things. If you would like to purchase it, there is Care Bears. You also have Atari. So some of those featured partners is going to be sitting right here. And so underneath the Atari, there's going to be a bunch of options right here. It looks like a lot of them are sold out. Zepito, you also have some options here. So there's a market there, but mostly I wanted to cover just the whole map thing on how you're able to find a piece of land to purchase. And the best thing to do is to go through, click on those white squares just to see, how much those are. If not, you can go right inside of OpenSea, and inside of OpenSea, like just by clicking this button right here, then this is where you can find a whole bunch of pieces of land that you would like to purchase. And then you can also change the sorting if you want to go from low to high or high to low. If you go high to low, then you're going to be in some really prime real estate locations, but you'll be paying a lot for it. And then for Sandbox here, you can see that we're sitting somewhere around $2.52. It kind of retraced in here just a little bit, right around $2. And then for up over here for the token metrics, a lot of growth that is happening here. I can easily see us being at, going back up to $3.91, $5.87. And then when, when it comes down to the entire cryptocurrency market of $10 trillion market, If we stay in the same dominance, it's 783. So if you're looking into getting into this space here, if it's not only just purchasing land, but also just purchasing sand or the sandbox itself with any cryptocurrency exchange you're looking for, you're going to definitely find some type of investment opportunities that is going to be coming out. But I think that because you are owning land, you are owning properties, you are buying something that is very limited, this is going to be pretty lucrative when it comes down to this game actually opening up, because a lot of these lands are not going to be there. And last time I knew, there's right around 3,100 that are on sale right now, which is quite a bit lower than that 166,000 that was mentioning from before. But I hope that this video kind of helped you out a little bit, maybe got you interested a little bit. That's kind of the main thing here, is to kind of show you this map. Soon you'll be able to run around and take a look at people's locations. So, you know, virtually you'll be able to just take a look at everybody's land and what it all looks like, the things that are sitting there, the things that are built. You know, I think it's actually pretty fun. And so when it comes down to something that is so limited with how many spaces there is, then you obviously know, you know, supply and demand, and the price is going to go up. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm excited. You guys will be able to come check out my locations, all my spots whenever this game is open. I'm going to share all the spots that I have if you want to run over there, take a look at it. But again, I do have one that is for sale in a pretty prime location for 5 Ethereum. But outside of that, hope you guys appreciated it. If you guys did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit and subscribe. Subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.